Well, ladies and gentlemen, the new series of How About Them Stags is finally here. Something I've always wanted to do with a football club, a mini-series, and to get it done with Buckhurst Hill is an absolute pleasure. I'd just like to say before, please bear with us. This episode really shouldn't be out with the lack of footage we have, but due to the result, I really wanted to get it out. So in the next few weeks, we'll hopefully have better camera quality, better audio, and all of that stuff. So look out for the Holbridge episode next week. But without further ado, it's time to get on to our first episode. And it's a Roding Valley derby. There's no better way to start. So, as mentioned, a Roding Valley derby. The warm-up had to be good and the boys were on it today. You could already tell things were good. The spirit was high in the dressing room, and a Roding Valley derby, as mentioned, against Woodford Town would always be a tough challenge. As mentioned, we didn't get much footage of the game, and we didn't get much footage of Woodford's good start. The only point in the game which we caught was the Stags' first opportunity of the game when 𝗕𝗓𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥𝗦𝗧 struck the crossbar from point blank range before his rebounds went over the bar. The Stags now look to control the game, and 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗔𝗟𝗦 had a chance a few minutes later. The Stags finally found their opener in the game when a deflected effort from 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗔𝗟𝗦 found 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥𝗦𝗧 at the back post. Woodford looked to respond, and a free kick from 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗔𝗟𝗦 nearly did. Unfortunately for him, the reaction of our cameraman really told the story. The Stags should have doubled their lead inside the second half if it wasn't for a good save from the visitors' keeper. That second goal finally came with a bit of magic from 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗔𝗟𝗦 and 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 linking up. 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 before the rebound found 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓. Now while he celebrates, we have to explain the next thing. 2 VOs, 2 proper cameras, a photographer and 3 iPhones unfortunately were unable to capture our third goal. So let's just imagine we can see Tony Martin scoring an absolute worldie, and he then celebrates now.
That's surely it now. Roding is surely blue. Goal for the Stags. Stormlight substitute number 17.
Full time though, and the Stags did clinch all 3 points and their biggest ever victory over Woodford Town in a Roding Valley derby. Over to myself as I interview Mark about the action of a brilliant Derby Day victory.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's full time. 2025 is over. And Mark, I don't know how to really sum that game up. A 3-0 victory over one of the league favourites, Woodford Town. Just sum up today's action and 3 goals. 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓, 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 on the score sheet. So it's a memorable day in the club's history.
Listen, it's fantastic. It's always good when you beat your local rivals. They're a good team, Woodford. As conversations we've had, over the last 3 or 4 years, they've been up there. They've been very close in the playoffs. I think they may have lost in the final, semi-finals. So they're a very good team. Got some very good players. They've kept the players for a long time, and it was always going to be a tough test today. I did think with the form we were in, I'm not, I never think I'll go into a game going to lose it, but I did think in the form I was quite confident we'd get something out of the game. First 10, 15 minutes, I felt that they kind of got the run on us. The winger, 7, Goku, great player, very, very good player. I knew he'd be a problem to us. And I was quite surprised actually. I thought they were going to go 3 at the back, but it looked like they went a 4-3-3. But it was tough. But I did say to them after the Bengal game last week, we're a dangerous side when we play football in the opposition's half, when we keep the ball high and we're patient and we create chances. And that came. And we perhaps should have been in front before that, but don't get me wrong, they had some good chances. Fred, who's come in goal today to help us out, made a fantastic save of his legs. We could have found ourselves 1-0 down, but we also had a chance when the keeper pushed it on the bar. And then Arthur had a couple of good chances, and obviously then the goal came from that. It's flicked up and Harry scored it.
So just looking at the game, obviously coming off the back of a draw against Sporting Bengal, which sort of put our winning run to an end, it was just to show how good the character was in the team to come into this game against our rivals and to beat them 3-1, which is our highest ever victory over Woodford. Just
3-1.
show 3-0.
3-0, I thought you said 3-0.
Oh, no, 3-0. Over our rivals. So it just shows how the team has come through this season. It's come together, and now a point where it's so crucial, we got the 3 points.
Yeah, listen, for me and for Ted, Ted's a fantastic coach. For me, it's basically a steering job. You set the team how you think they're going to play. You look at the opposition, even though you want to play your own game, and then it's basically the players' their own game management, man management on there. Myself and Ted only come into it when there's injuries, or we feel like we're being overrun in certain areas, or we need fresh leg in certain areas. And I think we make changes when we need to make changes. As much as I credit to the boys who sit on the bench. At the moment, it's quite tough because the team are winning and they're doing well. So we have to take every week as it comes. But I know it's a squad game, and we have to look at our January. It's a very, very busy month. And we have to, as much as I'm not a rotation person, we do have to look with the people who are out there at the moment. They can't do 3 games a week. It's going to be too tough. So we'll look at that going forward.
So we're moving into January then. It's 8 games if I'm correct, with cup action as well. We've got a game against 𝗕𝗟𝗓𝗏 twice, game against 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗏 twice. So it's just going to show how key the rotation is, as you mentioned. Just final things then going into the new year. What are you looking at from a supporter's point of view? Today was one of the highest ever attendances after check, if it was, in a Roding Valley derby. And the fans did turn out today, and it just showed the celebrations. And we even had, if you can see behind us, 6 guys. This is not like they've got friends here. They've just come here from Germany, all the way from Germany. They're going to the darts tomorrow, and they picked our game to go to and cheer the boys throughout the 90. So how key is it having those big crowds to the boys?
Jawohl. That's my German, by the way. No, I just bought them a drink. Fantastic to come. They're good guys, and they come to watch a game of football. Listen, the crowds will come if you play football. I mean, listen, Woodford play, as I said to you before, we try and play football. Woodford try and play good football. It makes for a good game. And I think if you carry on trying to play football, conditions, you have to look into that. This pitch is held up quite well. Credit to the groundsman. You can play on it. You get to a sticky, you've got to change the way you play, and like I say, that's for us to do. But no, fantastic end to the year. Always good to beat your local rivals. I know it pleased you, Harry. But we have to take, from now, it's me and Ted managing it, look at what players we've got, because we've got a very, very small squad. There wasn't, as much as the 16 started today, there wasn't much more to bring in, to be fair. So we've got to look at that, manage our workload, and just go from there, really. So, yeah, positive going into 26.
Well, Mark, wish you a happy new year. I'm going to remember that for quite a long time, but let's not get too carried away.
No, happy new year, everyone. Cheers. Thanks, H.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for our first episode. Please enjoy Tony's victory dance. Trust me, the episodes will get better.